Boom shakalaka, what is going on everybody? Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's episode, I am talking about why Bitcoin is going up to $18,000 by July of 2020. So if you want to find out 4 reasons why this is going to happen, stay tuned. What's up everyone? Randall here. Today we're talking about why Bitcoin is going to $18,000 in the next month. And I'm going to show you 4 specific reasons why that's going to happen. Before we do, guys, if you haven't, click that subscribe button, click the notification bell, also give a like or a comment. And breaking news, guys, because this is the year that Bitcoin is going to go parabolic, I think by October of 2021, I am giving away $12,000 of Bitcoin this year. So if you want to find out how to win that, definitely want to stay tuned for upcoming episodes where I will be explaining how you could win up to $12,000 of Bitcoin. So let's get into today's episode. $18,000 by July of 2020, and I already hear the Chicken Little saying, "But Randall, no, that's not possible. You can't go from $10,000 to $18,000 in a month. It's just not possible. It's not going to happen now." And well, Chicken Littles, I hear you saying it. I hear you all saying it. But here's what's going on. Okay, in case you guys weren't around in November of 2017, Bitcoin broke $10,000 for the first time. And I remember I was sitting in Poland with a bunch of guys. We were all saying, "Oh, no way. Not possible that Bitcoin just broke $10,000. And then within a month, Bitcoin was up to $20,000. Okay? And if we take a look back here, again, when Bitcoin broke $10,000, June of 2019, by July, it was up to $15,000. Like that, less than a month. Well, there was a video just made a couple days ago by CryptoFace 5 days ago. The same exact pattern that brought us from 7 to 14,000 has replicated exactly. And in case you haven't seen that pattern, it's this. I will link to the video I made about it, which links to the video that CryptoFace made about it, so you can watch all that stuff and figure it out. But that has replicated, and when that pattern happened the first time, Bitcoin went from $7,000 to $14,000. So since it replicated, it would only make sense for Bitcoin to double like it did before, to go from $9,000 to $18,000. So everything you can see is lining up here. But guys, I want to bring your attention above my head here. If you look at the volume profile here, once we break the unicorn line, okay, in case you haven't heard of the unicorn line, watch my previous videos. But this dotted line right here is the unicorn line, because once we break it, look at the volume profile. Totally downhill until we hit about 12.5. And then there's a little bump at 14 and a little bump at 16.5. But then that puts us right at 18, like literally right there. There's so much force, so much momentum pushing Bitcoin up to that $18,000 mark. But guys, that's only one of the reasons. One of the reasons is the CryptoFace video saying we've replicated it. So you're saying, "But Randall, what's the other reasons?" Well, let me tell you. Reason number 2. Guys, it now costs $15,000 to mine a Bitcoin. In case you haven't heard about that, there was a thing called the halving. In case you missed it, in case you've been in a coma, okay? In case you haven't heard of the halving, well, it happened. That means the price to create a Bitcoin doubles, essentially making it $15,000 to mine a Bitcoin. Now, what miner in his right mind is going to be selling Bitcoin at $9,500? They're just not. It doesn't make sense financially. They have the electricity costs, they have the hardware costs, they have to buy the ASIC miners, they have all these costs, and right now, because each block mined only gets half as many Bitcoin, guess what? It's costing them twice as much. So they're not going to be selling as much. So that's reason number 2. But even if they did sell, look at this. Grayscale is buying up 1.5 times the new Bitcoin supply. That's right. Since the halving on May 11th, this orange box is how much Bitcoin Grayscale has bought. Okay, they create GBTC. This is how many Bitcoin have actually been mined. Guys, supply and demand. The supply has dropped dramatically. Demand is the same. Price will lag a little bit behind. The reason we're not seeing the price shoot up immediately is because these are OTC Bitcoin sales. Okay? They're not done on exchanges. they're done between miners and Grayscale. And look at this. They're buying it up in droves. So that's reason number 3. And reason number 4, my friends, is because Bitcoin always peaks in June and July. Now, I made a video about this last year, but June and July historically, and also December, are the months when Bitcoin peaks. Now, how did I figure this out? I went back and I looked at BLX, which has the Bitcoin history since pretty much the beginning of time, and I looked at every month when it peaks. So there's a peak here in December, there's a peak here in June, there's a peak here in February, there's a peak here in June, there's a peak here in July. And I went and I looked through all past 10 years and I compiled the data here. I know, data scientist, right? Well, if we take a look at things, you can see the chart right here on the left-hand side, but it's graphed out here. June, July, very high chance for Bitcoin peaks. Now, we may be in a little bit of a Bitcoin peak here, but guess what? It's lining up for going even higher. And if we break through this unicorn line, break through this $10,000 with enough momentum, guys, the sky is the future. The sky is the limit. There is no limit. We'll say whatever we say. So that is there 4 reasons why Bitcoin is going up to $18,000 within a month. Okay, first off, crypto face showing that the pattern that doubled here has replicated exactly, so likely to double again. Second, Bitcoin, $15,000. Why would miners sell it for less than $15,000? What's right above $15,000? $18,000. Not only that, but Grayscale is literally buying up all the Bitcoin. You think they're buying it because they think the price is going to go down? Absolutely not. And lastly, Bitcoin peaks June and July, huge months for Bitcoin peaks. That could bring the price up to $18,000. And like we saw here in November of 2017, and also like we saw here in June of 2019, once the price breaks $10,000, it shoots up dramatically within a month. Now, there is a caveat. One of my favorite traders on TradingView, Trading Shot, has said, hey, Bitcoin's having these symmetrical mini phases. So if Bitcoin doesn't break the $10,000, he has $10,500 mark. Okay, so if it doesn't break the $10,000, $10,500 area, guess what? We're going to be heading back down to this bottom. And actually, he's shown that Bitcoin has these mini phases where they are symmetrical. So it's 27 days up, 27 days down, 5 days up, 5 days down, 12 days up would be 12 days down, bringing us back down to about $6,200 by August of 24th. However, if it breaks through there, we could be seeing Bitcoin go much higher. And lastly, for you guys, because I know all of you are like Cardano fanboys, okay? You have a big chubby for Cardano. Well, guess what? The Crypto.com syndicate is now listing Cardano at 50% off. That starts in 3 days and 17 hours. So all of you Cardano fanboys can get your Cardano at 50% off if you participate in the syndicate, where you have to stake some Crow tokens and then you can win your ADA at 50% off. You can get it at 50% off. Talking about winning, guys, like I said, I will be giving away $12,000 in Bitcoin, of my own Bitcoin, this year to celebrate, because it's almost been 3 years I've been making videos here, and I want to give back to you guys. And so I'm going to be announcing how to go ahead and win that $12,000 coming up soon. So if you want to, keep watching my videos and I'll let you know how to win it. All right, have a good one, guys. Love you. Peace.